Hello, welcome back to the Insight Labs Looker Studio tutorials. I'm Errol and I help marketers make better decisions using data. In this video, we will continue replicating this Google Analytics dashboard in Looker Studio. Now, let's recreate the session channel group table. Here, we will add default channel groups. We will also add source, medium, and campaign dimensions as using drop-down functionalities. We will also add total users, total revenue, average revenue per paying user, and purchase rate, conversion rates as metrics. We will use bars and heat maps, color coding, to make those numbers to stand out. So let's dive in. Again, we will need a separate box to put this table in. So let's put it here and make it a bit more bigger, and let's add this. Once I add the table, I can adjust its size. And since we will use channel grouping as the initial dimension, I can search for channel. So there's this search functionality in dimensions. It helps. So there are different types of channels. You need to be mindful to selecting which one that you need. So for example, these are first user default channels. These are primary channel groups. These are session default channel groups. So we will continue using session default channel groups because we care analyzing the session related metrics. If you wanted to learn about how those users arrived to our website for the first time, we will then could have picked these first user channel groups as well. Let's select the session default channel group. And let's continue selecting source medium. I use source and medium together to reduce the dimension count. You can select them separately as well. Source medium. The same thing applies in source medium and all other traffic related dimensions, in fact. So we will again continue selecting this session with the campaign. Session campaign. We don't necessarily need to stop here. We can add session term as well. There are 5 UTM variables available. We can use all of them in here, but for now, I will stick with these 3. If I do not add this drill down functionality, as you can see, those dimensions are listed right next to each other. And it creates this granular understanding, but it is tough to navigate those, combinations. There are 106 of them. So to reduce this complexity, we can use this drill down functionality. And we ended up with 12 distinct channel groups. And if you wanted to see the details within those channel groups, we can click any of them. Let's click this paid search and let's drill down. Now that we can see that all paid searches are Google CPC, they use Google CPC as their source and mediums. Thus, I can, dive deep once more and see that this evergreen campaign is active, dynamic search campaign is there, etc. Now let's go back to the table once more. Now it's our turn to add those metrics. We have total users. What else? Total revenue, average revenue per paying user, and percentages of purchase rate. So let's add total revenue and average revenue per paying user. Total revenue, average revenue per paying user. A customer can come back and make another purchase. That's what average revenue per paying user is. You can add other things, average order value, etc. And the last thing was purchase rate. Once I click on these rates, we can see those key events. So for you to see those key events, there's a distinction that you need to use in GA4. You need to, select those events as key events. Once you do that, after some time, you will start seeing those, custom metrics in your Looker Studio connections. So let's select this session key, event rate, purchase. All right. So it's a lengthy name. We can change it to something like this: percent signed and percentage rate. Let's do it. Percent purchase rate. Right. So our metrics stayed the same. We just changed its name. We do see it as a number. So now we can click on this numeric and change it to a percentage. All great. Now it's our turn to make those columns to stand out, because it's rather dull and somewhat hard to understand what's going on there. Because black and white types here, so it makes it hard to distinguish what's happened there. So let's add some colors. We can go to the metrics section. The metric number one is metric number one. It's so easy to follow. Let's select heat map, total users. By default, it's selected any color that it has. If you wanted to change it to a certain color, if you are using color codes, for example, you can do that. You may want to use these compact numbers if the details are not that important to you. You can use this and save some space in your tables. If you add more than, let's say, 4, 5, 6 metrics to your table, then you will end up with very crowded place, and it can make it hard to understand your numbers. So let's see, total revenue. I guess we had the bar here. Now let's select this bar, and we had this color, yellow color, and let's see, show numbers. Let's turn it into a compact numbers. Let's even reduce the decimal points to 0 so that we can only see the 60K, 6K, 28K. We can do, let's say, 0.1 decimals. That's fine. Now let's move to the average revenue per paying user. I will select another heat map for this. And since that it is related to the revenue that we are creating, I just wanted to see green instead of pink. We can still use compact numbers if we want to. We can reduce the decimal points if those 30 cents are that helpful for yourself. Or we can use just 1 decimal point as we did previously. So now let's turn this last metric to another heat map or bar, however you like it. In this example, we have color codes, but let's use bars. Why not? And let's select this decimal point to 1. You can select the color you want to see. Okay, now that we added these numbers and channels and all these variables and metrics together, we can remove the pagination. To do that, we can simply select this number of rows from paginations. So let's say that if you want to see the top 5 pages, I can show that to you, so that we will end up with 3 different pages, so that we need to move across those pages. Since we do not want to do that, let's select top n, and let's make this top n 20, because I know that we have 12 channels. All right. So I think we are done. Let's see. So our table is completed. We have this session default channel group. It's a lengthy name as well. We can reduce its name to, let's say, channels. But do not forget about the session information that I previously shared. And we will have this average revenue per paying user, total users. Let's reduce them a little bit to give more space for our bar charts. All right. So it's easily understandable that email marketing has the highest conversion rate, direct channel has the highest revenue, organic search has the highest, second highest revenue with this conversion rate. If you find this tutorial helpful, please like it. You can subscribe to my channel for more Looker Studio tips. And if you want to get more tips and thoughts about data for marketers, you can subscribe to my bi-weekly newsletter. In the following video, we will replicate this funnel visualization. See you there.